Good. Okay, let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. I'll start off with the Pledge of Allegiance, if we can all rise, please. Ready? Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
There he is,
Here comes the man we've been waiting for.
the man of the hour.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I got thrown into the deep end today, I'll tell you.
2-foot blocks on his wheels.
Okay, do I just go right down to agenda, additions to the agenda? Are there any additions to the agenda at this time?
No.
Nope.
Anybody else?
Nope.
I don't even have one.
Seeing none, you want me to read the public comment, or do you do that, or me read
You
that?
can do it or you can do it.
I can do it. First 15 minutes of each regular session are set aside for members of the public to address the board with any matters under the jurisdiction of the board, but not appearing on the agenda. The board will not take action on any items presented under public comment. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes. Anyone addressing the board is asked to print their name clearly on the speaker sheet that's up on the podium and state their name and the county of residence, which, for the record. No public comments. Seeing none, go forward to public session, right? 4A, consideration of approval of the minutes for April 23, 2019 meeting.
So moved
Motion?
to approve.
Approve?
Second.
Second. Approval of the minutes, motion approved, or how we do that?
Ask all in favor?
Voice
All
vote.
in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passed. 4B, discussion and consideration of approval of resolution adopting the RAND board budget for fiscal year 1920 and appropriating and encumbering revenue derived from Department of Motor Vehicles for authorization of activities. I believe the budget is attached for our review and consideration. Any questions or comments considering the budget?
I don't have any. I'd move to approve it as it was presented.
Get a second?
I'll second.
Second. Any, what's the word I want to use?
I have to ask the public if they have any input.
Comments.
Input from the public? Seeing none, hearing none.
Call for a vote.
Call for a vote.
Rod, did we have to do this one individually since it's money, or can we just do voice vote like normal?
In the past, we've done it both ways. Wiley, should I do a roll call vote? You can. Okay. Otherwise, you can just do a vote of ayes and nays.
How you guys want to do it? Just do ayes and
Nay.
nays?
Sounds good.
How many-
Those in
Aye.
favor?
Do we get an aye?
Aye, that sounds good.
Aye? Any nays? See none, hear none, pass, right? Okay. Let me get back here. You know I'm going to talk bad about Poitras and Manuel when I
Right.
finish with this.
Especially since Nick's out of the room. Here it comes.
Okay. Members and staff reports. Have any?
I only have a brief one. Tanya was good enough to come over and work with Susan Noel on setting this budget up, and that's where all those numbers came from that we just voted aye on, and I think it'll be a very easy budget to manage going forward. That ends my report.
Okay.
Nothing
Any
to
others?
report.
Item 6, next meeting.
So our next regularly scheduled meeting would be the fourth Wednesday in June. I guess I would need to ask the agencies and their staff if they have any agenda items that they feel would be coming forward for a June meeting. I think our bylaws state if we don't have any items, then we can just meet on an as-needed basis.
Can I ask Brian a question regarding that? Hey, Brian, thank you for being here. Do you or the other IT folks anticipate, and I'm picking on you because I think you've been the main point of contact, anticipate having anything back from whatever they are now? I can't remember, Cogent/Cogent.
Gemalto.
Thank you. I couldn't remember if Gemalto was the last one. Have anything back in terms of statement of work and an agreement that we'd be ready to go ahead and move on? And I only ask that because since this has dragged out, if that's going to be ready, I think we should meet if the primary or secondary representatives from a quorum is available for that meeting.
Sure. We've made significant progress. I've received both contracts and the statement of work back. The vendor has corrected approximately 80+% of said contracts and the statement of work. There is one major discrepancy that I'm working through with the attorneys, along with Dale in our council. And ultimately, I believe we will have a package back to you for the next meeting for discussion and consideration for approval.
Okay, then I move that we go ahead and schedule our regular meeting for June. Thanks. Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.
You need a second?
Do we need a?
I think maybe everybody check their calendars to make sure
Right.
themselves.
So the next
are-
meeting
all
would
we're
be
doing
June
is-
26th at 3:30?
That's fine with me.
Good with me. We good?
Okay, as, I'll work with IT staff on the budget item as you have information on the agreement? Or do you work with your user groups? Or who will be bringing the budget item or the agenda item forward?
I'm thinking it'll be the user group, so that would include Commander Majeski.
Okay.
And Brian probably, and I don't know that it will be significantly different from what we've already seen, kind of in a more general format, so I think it'll be pretty easy for us to digest at that point.
Okay. Thank you.
Brian, I had one question. If it's, what about the prior projects, like with us for the jail, we deployed that new JMS system. Well, prior to the acquisition of Talus from Gemalto, they were working on the integration for our JMS system to load the fingerprint machine. And now it's a software update. Gemalto was working on that, but now since the acquisition, now they want to charge. Gemalto wants to charge, or Talus wants to charge for that integration. Is that something that DLC is going to need to work out with Talus, or is that something that we could ask them about during this process here?
I'm not familiar enough with where the DOC is with that.
This started back in 2018.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have enough information to give you an answer or an accurate answer. In terms of this particular contract, we're laser focusing on the APHIS component and maintenance and support, so we can ensure that we're moving forward with replacing the end-of-life system.
Right. Okay.
However, I'll do whatever I can to help you once we get through this.
Well, let me get you that information, and maybe that'll
absolutely.
put you on the spot here, trying to ask you without that information. Let me get that forwarded to you.
That sounds good.
and we'll
I'd
go
be happy to
from
look at that.
there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we're good for the next meeting, June 26th, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Item 7, adjournment, right? Nothing else, seeing nothing else?
Adjourn,
Meeting adjourned.
Great job.
That's why I make the big bucks.
Does that mean the supervisor owes you one free attendance in your place?
Exactly.
I'm not going to be here, Rob. I need